feast. Bring it out, keep grinding, diving deep like cold steel. I won't face my doom, sayonara. Well done, how dare you? Never too late to bend the knee. When hell freezes over, sayonara.
Is that the best you can do?
Time of darkness will come someday, but I will fight it till the day I die. Designed to reject you. If so, what do you fight for? You must know your place. Now it's time to feast. Bring it out, keep grinding, diving deep like cold steel. I won't face my doom, sayonara. Well done, how dare you? Never too late to bend the knee. When hell freezes over, sayonara. I know the time of darkness will come someday, but I will fight it till the day I die. Break it out, diving deep like cold steel. I will not face the doom, sayonara. Rock and roll, rock hard, mania. Feels like a war front without fear. Don't miss the best time, rock and roll, rock hard, mania. Don't hold back, let them laugh at you. I'll go with you if you're straight.
Because it's supposed to try and jump scare. If you haven't been here, Adam will always try to attack you. If you don't expect it, it works. In this case, he will always do that. I can probably add a redeem that has his face appear on screen. But yeah, I could add that as a redeem on Twitch side and then use it to attack people. But yeah, I don't know about that, Damien. I'm very late today, so I wouldn't say that's a good one. Okay, we just have to set the arena, and we shall be using Sam today at the start. Well, it's just a goat scream. So I don't know about that, Living. Livy? I don't know. Everything looks to be lined up today. Already. I may have woken up the cat. Maybe the camera's a bit high, but... we'll see. I don't know. Reminder, the headphones covers a lot of it. Or rather, hides a lot of it. Sad about that, Damon. Yep, that's Gemma.
3, 2.
What if I kick you with... Nope. I can't even kick them in the shin. Instead, the game gave us both blocks. Ah, that's Levi. Right. Okay. Yeah, and Levi's cheap enough. Okay, fine. Do we really have to deal with that? Do you have another block, or no? Okay, we don't know that answer yet. But clearly, we're gonna hit him with a car! That's the only answer, before we get hit by Mac. No. Again! What if I just back away? Nope, okay, but we're not too close to the corner. And then that ruins it. Because why not? Get shoved. Poke them. Well, that dodge was useless, but it was also still good enough. Okay then, get stunned. Electro mode. Yeah, that backdash really doesn't reach far. Is 27,000 really a combo at that point? Also, that's technically kind of weak. Sorry to say. It's sad. For your HP, that's just 2 beams from Black Dragon. Anyway, Turbo Tommy. Poke. Come on! We're gonna interrupt you again! Hyper mode! Khaled, you might want to move. Okay, hyper mode again. He's not moving. I mean, Sam is not that strong. Khaled has lost connection. Okay. Yeah, okay, his Wi-Fi just died. You may re-enter. Yeah, and that's the boring part. So, seriously. If you could just keep cycling assist just to make that, yeah, okay. Nah, calendar reminder, as long as you're allowed to re-enter, we know some stupid thing breaking it. It's better than if we get locked out of the game. Okay. Solo. She sat up and then she started getting annoyed with me speaking. She's not allowed to sleep now, apparently, but she does anyway. No one wants to enter? What are you looking at? There. There. Alright, hello, door, cousin. Now, there's no specific rules to it. It's just wait 5 matches before re-entering, unless the code's been up for an entire minute, then you just may re-enter, because at that point, no one's that slow. And then it's just don't use Xandred or Delphine today. Every other character is allowed until those two battle in the theme battle. That's the only thing. You're allowed to use anyone, it doesn't matter, playstyle doesn't matter. Just fight. Just follow the rules, and that's all that matters. Yeah, Khaled, here's a car! Blast mode! You didn't strike it, so I'm assuming you don't have a strike right now. Yeah, okay, Justin. No special recovery. Yeah, okay. Should have been obvious that primer was still that. It's just in the thumbnail. I needed a weak enough opponent for Xandred, since I wanted to use him in today's thumbnail. Or today's theme. Sadly, he's weak. That's the problem. He's a rare, but he's a major villain, and Inoue has refused to buff him. And all they did was add Decker in a playstyle that doesn't even match him in the show. Did he rarely do sheets in the show? I don't remember that. They just felt like giving him a style like that.
3, 2, 1. Go.
I think maybe say about Weston Andros. I mean, I don't know what even happened there. Like, I just needed an opponent that worked. The main leaders, well, we can see what happened with Wesley and, yeah, Andros. No. Can you not? Just, enough! Get stunned! I'm just gonna back away. Well, no. You're now stunned. I'm gonna wait a bit. I'm making a combo, and game is useless. Game is useless. Backdash is horrible. Yeah, we did. You did not need a crit!
KO. You lose.
You're being rude now. Turbo Tommy is no way strong as the others. He's just fast and moving, and he's horrible looking in that way. The kick hitting the air, yeah. Well, Sam just sucks and has horrible dash. She's on the polar opposite, was barely any range.
2, 1. Go.
No. Car. Yeet. Chicken Ninja. Hyper mode. And they got a second block. No. Use that too late. This attacker over here, barely doing anything to get these blocks. Yeah, okay, game. Want to be like that, huh? Be rude. Get rid of this stupid thing. Don't need in the middle slot if this person is just gonna keep getting spammed like that. Electro mode. Blast mode. That's a crit. Well, you're not in range for that one. The sledge, finally different actual block. For once. We jump! Nah. Car! Nah. That's all me for thinking I'm allowed to use an assist like that.
KO. You win.
I'll use 2 assists. Because I wanted to throw the car at them, but they struck through it. No. Ranger Slayer is not that case. You do not have to care about Ranger Slayer's things. She is one of those characters that, yes, she can deal a combo. It's rotation. When it comes to Ranger Slayer, it's just more like, do you have a dedicated strike slot that can last the time? There. Done. You already won. Especially since, one, she's running a block, good enough. She's gonna need to be able to hit you with something. One, she can poke with her middle slot. Too bad, you can dodge it. She can poke with her primary slot. Good enough. At least she's able to do something. But she's very much basic on her starting things. Yeah, the problem with that is you can still stop her. Unlike other characters, you can just stop her anyway. She's not as bad, or rather she's... Reminder, she doesn't even have the correct display damage. Anyway, broke something, again. She's not as bad as other ones, plus she's actually, by comparison to the strongest in the game, she's barely there. So anyone with a long-lasting strike just invalidates her entire kit. Or at least a 50-50 strike with a long animation. For example, Korag. His primary multi-hit strike is just such a long-lasting attack that she just fails. Especially since dedicated strike slots screw her over. And this person is finally getting rid of that block. Don't jump. No. Come on! Ah, they ran into it. Here you go. You've been stunned, shoved, and you get launched. No clue what they're going to be trying to add. We'll see the silhouette tomorrow. I know what you... Whatever... Round win. Yeah, don't expect a common. Commons and rares are not going to happen unless there's something useful. By useful, I just mean at that point, just make it, like I've said many times, they can add a common and a rare by making it the grunts. Whatever you want to call the weak minions of the major villains. At that point, you can be basic. Done. They don't have to be good. You want the epic and legendary, then they can actually make something good. And have a reason it can be at least strong on ladder. Problem is, reminder, if they add a popular character and make it very basic, you're not gonna like it. Are we really being this slow today? Fine. This Mystic Red just needs a power redistribution. He does not need to disappear. That's not how that works. He's not a problem character, he's just not correctly made. Especially since his character is not the problem, it's the fact that they think they should have that high damage over time.
3,
No. Can't do that. Oh. I said you can't do that. Wait. I tried to delay my forward dash, but I keep forgetting I can just run back in because Sam's backdash and forward dash is so horrible to the point I could just do that. Anyway. I'm gonna kick you in the shin and you better be ready to do something. About again. Lesson, we all know rotation can be stupid sometimes. Come on. Yeah, we have Geki.
3, 2, 1, go!
Who knows? If they can make something useful, we might be able to see it. And Electro Mode. Oh, you didn't stop it. Hyper Mode. And Blast Mode. Block at 4. Alright. There. At least it tried to exist, but it didn't rotate. At least you reached. At least you reached. Jackie, enough. I told you. Enough. And to the corner. And poke. Wow, look at that. Can't have it be nice. I told you no. Gabe's head rotation is not gonna happen. Yeah, I got 2 blocks in a row, sorry. But you also, it's also on you for delaying that kick too much. Yeah, he's not fast enough to poke the opponent. In this case, it's just more like Xandred was... The fact that they took forever to add another samurai, and all they did was not do anything for Xandred. He's sadly a character that should have maybe been added later. But the problem with that theory is the fact that they can still go back and fix him. And actually put effort in. How should I know why they made Sam horrible? It's the same thing that has to do with Merrick. Team Sabo's right. Oh, oh, jump, and again. There you go. Since we're in the corner, you can't chase me. Why are you running around? Yeah, finally they attacked. You gonna be able to reach? Well, they failed to queue up their attack. And make a combo again! Now you get launched. You said before, anyone that has a problem with Camille, you have a problem with her assists, not her. I've said it enough times. Look at the actual leader, and you realize she's short range. Lock her in her corner, and guess what? She doesn't get a combo. The opponent did fail to actually just queue up that breaker in my corner. Yes. The problem with that is the fact that I didn't allow her to do a different combo after her middle slot strike. I've said it enough times. We have plenty of characters with the voice. I don't know what you're trying to refer to. Well, why did you cancel? Game didn't cancel. Sam's backdash is so horrible, he got caught. Far! The fact that that was in range. Yeah. Nah, but even then, I'm referring to, like, anything to do with Camille. If anyone has a problem with her, yes, she has a powerful damage over time. The difference is she's still short-ranged. You're having problems with assists, not Camille herself. What are you on about Wheelchair Sam? At least I'm using him. You are a failure. Not throwing the lures, throwing the weirdo called Samurai Gold. We all know who he is, but he's also a failure who doesn't understand anything. One, you're thinking of a situation when Sam was getting his super during a bugged state. He was never good! Sam has always had a horrible dash, which meant he couldn't move. And that's a simple fact. Sam was never good. And when he got nerfed, it wasn't even a deserved nerf in context of everything else that was already running around in the game. But what he was in the correct spot. Same to do with Merrick. But here we have all the problems that have appeared for him now. For what he did his job. Being able to move around the around the arena is a lot more powerful than you think. Why do you think Camille and Ashley are quite annoying when it comes to their backdashes? Being able to just not be at your opponent when they try and hit you, or in terms of catching your opponent quickly, is very much an important thing. Because look here. Wanna know what would happen there if my dash was actually good? That can combo. Anyway. Zulu. Sam's problem is the fact that his dash is horrendous. It's not just his kit. It's the fact that his dash itself is also horrendous. I've shown enough times with taunt movement. Okay, we can show right here. Watch this. Watch how far, by just doing a simple dash, we can use this opponent, if we can just shove him to the corner. Okay? If I do a taunt dash, watch this. Look where I am. Look how far that dash went, okay? Look how far a dash cancel's distance is. Okay? We're gonna start in the corner. Okay, can you not do that? Go away. Good enough. Look how far that one is. You see that? Look how far that is. Okay? That, by using the taunt there, I can show visually how far he goes with his dash. Mastodon Sentry's forward dash is technically worse. But you want to know what else he has? One of the most powerful backdashes in the game. Watch this. So, we do the same thing. Let's go ahead and... Okay, you know what? Actually, the caller reinforcements will be fine. We'll just get rid of this. And reminder, he even has an alternate dash, so... Cat! Do not! I'm trying to show me. You can see there how far he went when he just proceeded to dash into the dash away from the opponent. Okay? Yes, bot. Can you? I don't have a knockback with this one. Go to your corner. So as I said, you go here. Yeah. Okay. Watch this. Do the same thing. Look how far he goes. It's roughly the same as Sam's. It's technically might even be worse. But then you seriously stop it. Look at that! It even just happened. There's a backdash situation. Was not intentional, but at least they used Merrick, and then you saw what he just did. That's what a backdash like that can also do. The fact that he moves away faster. Okay? That's why I said Mastodon Sentry is quite powerful when it comes to just having a good backdash. But that's the thing. Movement is important. Do the same thing. Look where he stops. Do the same thing there. That's how far he goes. Basically, he ends up in the exact same situation as if he were to just dash. One, it's actually bad at the same time. This is actually an example of sometimes a dash can be horrible. Let's go ahead and use another thing. Sam and Mastodon Sentry can't get a perfect timing V2 automatically. This assist... Yeah, that's the thing. But actually, no, that's false. They took it away because that's a texture swap on the character. But the main reason, who knows why. But in terms of the actual situation of, let's see, what is it again? In terms of Sam, he goes underground. Any character that just disappears from the arena in general by just moving don't have anything. They would have to change the animation. Phantoms was a texture change on himself. So that's one of the few things. Anyway, here we go. Get rid of this. If I can just use this here. Okay. Nope, that's on me. That's a forward dash. Get rid of that. Door breach into dragon power is not actually an option either. I need to... because this thing will give me the other backdash, as you can see there. Try to show his regular one. I didn't delay it. I didn't delay it. The backdash does go too far. Okay? Sam's is too short. Like, there's an upside and downside to being fast and slow at your dashing. Slow is kind of just bad in general. Most of the time. While other ones are just fast, well, they at least have the upside of being able to dodge. That's the difference. At least they can dodge. Being slow... well, here, watch this. Watch this. You have to time it. Notice how the last one couldn't land. Then let's go ahead and look at Korag. His dash is in the situation of being perfectly fast enough. Okay? He's perfectly fast enough with... because you can just... the Rocky assist can be dodged by Korag. It also goes a decent amount of distance, like... look there. While having... basically, you can see how far it goes. It looks similar to Sam's, right? It's just slightly a bit further. We can look at the backdash as well. You seriously stop. Every time, you can't just disable the bots. But you'll see, for an example, right here. We're going to launch them. Okay? We're going to launch. We do forward, backdash. Yep. Not to mention Korag's hitbox is actually quite small. We do this. We just stand in the corner. We just do a backdash. It hits all three. Oh, I didn't show the proper... seriously. The one time I just wanted to go back to quickly showing the actual distance when he does taunts. Look there. Look how far that is. Okay. Xandred is not allowed to be used. We're gonna quickly go back to Sam, and then we're going to start with the actual list. But yeah. There's the dashes in general. Yeah, whatever they did, just reminder that Ninja taught me, I can't even show that one properly. Just because of what they decided to do there. He used to be... I don't know what they were breaking during his slow change to that. Because he had a different backdash. With the correct movement. Then it got worse. And then they changed his animation. So it was a proper backdash. Into a bugged backdash when it was doing a different movement but the same animation, and now it's on a worse backdash. I don't know, Isaac, that depends on how far it is. In terms of if there's even something to help me. Whether or not I can even just do what I'm supposed to. It's been slow because I've just been different on what I've chosen to deal with in that way. Like, I'm adding some random animations here and there during the videos, but I'm not doing them as frequently as before. Sky does not have a terrible backdash. Sam has a terrible backdash. In fact, Sky might be on the... I don't know why I'm just mixing that up now. Just because they're in the same season of playing the 1. If anything, they're very much not comparable in that way. Or... And then any forward momentum or back being hit by max distance can also make Sam super just whiff. Now, at least Sky doesn't... yes, he actually doesn't go as far as others, but at least Sky still has a proper one, not a slow one. Yeah, Alzila just said Xander, not Xandred. My head's corrected it. Yeah, okay, that's what I get for reading it so badly. Especially since others keep mixing up the thing on Discord as well. Levi again. Okay. Electro mode! No. Notice how slow it is to try and catch up to the opponent as well. No rush down on Sam. Never had. He's always just been a slow-moving character. Yeah, okay. No 50-50, and that's what happens to him. Enough out of you! Blast mode! Make a combo! Electro mode! Have to wait. Lock it. Blast mode! They're not dead! They're not dead! There. No! Yep. They use their middle slot breaker. Well, the moment I hit them with their super, they use the middle slot breaker. There. Yeah, and then he managed to not, yeah. Just saying this much, I had quite a disadvantage and he almost lost. That's more of a sad existence of, Blake. He messed one thing up of getting his super, timed badly. And then that happened. Yeah, but the problem is he's an install super, so it's not just an instant ending. Don't push your breaker. You cannot use your breakers! Follow the rules! You do not get your breaker after your block. That's never been a combo. I don't know why you're not even using Gia here. No, it's not that. I didn't read it right. It's Xander, you said. Oh. Of course. There goes the example of a bad backdash thing. Not able to get out of range of that one. Right, that's the YouTube side. In fact, I thought it was doing less damage. Did I miss a crit? Meh. Remember the rules. You only get your primary slots and not your middle slots a breaker after that. Nah, it was just early, but they didn't think of it. Reminder that most of the Mighty Morphin are rares and commons. 3 of them being commons. Yes, you can play as them very easily, but they're not strong. Like I said, in terms of Astronomer, as I said, it can be Xandred. No. Go away. Kicks flying. Sort the combo. 4! Breaker. Really? Couldn't even just set on fire? No wonder. No wonder you couldn't. Anyway. There you go. And stun. Into your corner. And then we hit you with a super. We're going to try and be faster than them, but they're probably going to end up using Z. Nope, not even that. Stay in your corner. You're going to try and kick? No. Perfectly times it. I didn't even freeze. I didn't even slow the game down. Anyway, they made a mistake there multiple times. They really didn't get their fire. They really didn't get their middle slot breaker. I think this is the last match for Sam, and then we'll move on to the next opponent. Or next character. Dino Tommy into Xander, or do we really want to Strongmile Zulu? Which one? Obvious assist. Okay, fine, we bounce off the wall. No. Fine. Yeah, I think this is... we're sadly using two horrible characters, so you're gonna have to use your armor to stop this one, but we'll see how that goes. Hyper mode! Of course you don't have it. Okay. Questionable why Harvey is a full screen wall bounce. Questionable why it's a full screen one. Seriously. Why are we doing full screen? Decker can't even have that. Here you go. Armor. It's not gonna save you. The duration said otherwise. Anyway, electro mode. No. The worst part about it is the fact that he's done more damage on just the assist than anything else, because this leader is horrible. Nah, Harvey assist is not the fix to Sam. Okay? We don't even bother with that either. Reminder, assists are to help. They should not be doing everything. As I said, Strongmile or Xander, I don't know why he's saying fine. Xander, yeah. If anything, right now, it's going to be Dino Thunder Tommy, then we're going to use Xander. Because I think that was the request, and then it was, then Merrick. No strike. Izzy. We'll just throw them away. Let's see here. Which one's actually useful? You know what? He teleport. No, no. Actually, there. This should work. Tomoaki, I don't know what you're on about that, but there are more players in this game than there are in most fighting games. So, that's what happens when you have a free-to-play mobile game. That gets kept alive because it's actually got more profit than most games as well. Otherwise, it wouldn't be getting a new character every single 28 days. Not every month. Don't. Don't even try it, Lewis. Sadly, I don't have a block. Anyway. Kill the bot. Yeah, great job, game. No rotation. Whee. There's your block. Enough out of you. Barely anything from that. When you get barely anything. Breaker. There you go. Sadly in the middle of an attack. Sadly in the middle of an attack. On fire. Strike him down! Breaker beat down! Let's see if we can recover one here. The only thing we have to do now is just dodge. Lesson, you have a blind spot! Pretty sure you also could have just dashed there. That did not look like you queued it up as soon as you should have. Spider, reminder that your character Tainley wasn't a request. So, Tainley, you're allowed to do whatever there. What? Did you have your block attack? Wait. No? Okay. Yeah. I'm just spending energy. That's the rules of Dino Anatomy. Doesn't matter. As long as you have you never have 10 energy, you're perfectly fine where you are. As long as you don't have 10 energy. Hey, super energy orb! Back away. No! Jurassic Strike! Be careful of your next move. Rescue bird! You just stood in front of me and tried to kick me. There's unbalanced things, yes, but it's not. The power creep is there. But at least they're going to older ones and doing their job. They're making older characters somewhat playable. They are still very much a problem, but there's no... We don't have that big of a difference to an extent. Think of it, but there is... It's still horrible when it comes to compare the stuff, but right now... There's technically a few problems here and there with other leaders, like Justin and all those ones. But when it comes to the assists, that's more of a problem than anything else. Rather than any leaders. Orico and Justin are stupid, but they're slowly setting it only to another single character, but it's not allowed to be a single character at all. Needs to be some proper... A decent chunk of roster to be able to see on the ladder. Don't press a breaker. Ah! Fine. Okay. Let's see here. I have a plan. Watch this little trick. Do we do this? No. What did it look like that was the sped up breaker? Yeah, okay. We're gonna be stunned. Where's the block? Finally. This is what you're supposed to be able to do against him anyway. The fact that you won't try to just stab in my face and do a backdash is the only real concern. You never try to fight Tommy properly. It took your time in that match to fight him. All I can point out. Like, yes, lightning, and that's our start. That happened. Javelin. Well, now we're in the corner. I can do this teleport. That doesn't reach. As I said, you see what Carter can do. He's doing his job. Energy orb. As long as I spend energy, I do not care about being hit. We will get that super and somehow. Yeah, okay. And you don't have your kill combo. Unless, maybe? Well, you gotta range that one. And not that one. Okay. Yeah, I got poked. Why did I feel like I had more than 2,000 health, though? What, you think Carter's a problem? At least he's backdashing and then being slow. If you're getting caught by him, you're not paying attention to your opponent. Annoying. Possibly to do a time, but check your something else, because I have not changed anything on my side. Plus, aren't you in the same region? No. Wouldn't say next broken character is even the correct word. Sad. The thing wore off. Listen, the fact that this is my only strike right now, so can you not? Yeah, okay. Well, that happens. Maybe just not use that. Anyway, wind strike right here. No? Nothing? No backdash? No backdash version. Okay. Well, let's do a troll. Let's see if we can try that. Okay. Yeah. You get blasted. Be careful. Dressing strike! No. Okay. I ran back into that. They didn't spend energy. I poked them. They didn't spend energy. Backdash away. What about it? What about the alliance? They're following the rules. Simple as that.
2, 1.
Anyway, dressing strike. Ignored. I said ignored. Don't. Wind strike. There you go. And now, I'm just gonna ignore that one again. Did you land your breaker? Good job. It's hard to tell you that it's not in a great situation anyway. Anyway, I reset mage you for that one. Let's see what you can do. That's the problem with this character, okay? Just know that's the problem. You're not gonna get what you want! It's, I mean, we can remind if you haven't played, we can just point out that, to let others slow down, please. Drakon did get buffed in a decently good way. Sadly, he's not doing anything special yet, but he's got a lot of utility now in the way he needs it. And a better primary strike as well. He's a little more, okay, no, not a little more expensive. He's been redistributed. One buff. Everything else about the buff was bad. As I said, they got rid of his utility in terms of strike frame exploitation. Making use of the end frames of the thing to stay in the strike so he doesn't get caught by a breaker that outlasted his strike because he couldn't hit you. They got rid of that. But they now allow him to actually hit his opponent a little more often in a different way. So that's kind of the situation there. No. Is that really all it's gonna be? Do you know how to use Vesper? Yeesh. Well, I'm just gonna poke that one. Pressing strike. And again, you've used your block, so all I'm gonna point out. Don't. Just don't. It's your only strike, and you're gonna just try to charge at me again? Yeah. Anyway, be warned. This next move is gonna hurt. Wait, wrong move. Anyway, as you can tell, it's a sad thing. Can't use the leader. They can't. We've seen barely anything from them. Izzy! There's a 1 EP recovery because I have a 2-cost assist. No regen. You're just slower. The other person took forever to enter the code. You can see that the stream is on a 3-second delay. So the waiting for Ranger, whenever you see that get taken, someone took it 3 seconds before you. So right there, the code was up for maybe 10 seconds. 7 seconds of those was someone inputting the code first. And the game registering that was taken. Anyway, let's see here. Quite a worthless primary slot being blocked off again. 0 blocks, 7 energy spent, 8 energy spent. Let me guess, you did that because you didn't recover? No, didn't matter. Okay. Here you go, point blank. Look at that point blank range being horrendous. Yep. And look at that super. Why? Because I've got wasted energy, that's why. I've got all this wasted energy that didn't end up getting to use. Yep. There you go. Don't have a dodging breaker. There's no such thing as a dodging breaker here with this character. All I can do is poke him. I would have to use Carter without getting hit by Heckle Assist. But instead, you don't get your super if you don't use enough cards. I don't care too much about perfects. I can poke them, but it really doesn't matter. Everyone gets perfected in very specific scenarios. Get unlucky with the rotation? Well, there you go.
3, 2,
Okay, Billy. Jurassic Strike is enough. Not enough of slowdown. Not enough. All I did was probably give them a bit of energy back, but I don't know, maybe I reset them as well. Is that it? As long as I'm never fully at 10 constantly, I should be fine. So, it really doesn't matter anything else from there. Jurassic, Brachio combo. It's not Jurassic anything. There. I have the super. And you just cycle the primary. Okay, here you go. No! You will not! Do the corner! Watch what you're doing! No. Yeah, I have to delay it a little more, possibly. But yeah. Ah, sad with you. Yeah, as I said, it's not that you can't use Vesper, it's not that you can't, it's the fact that you're just pressing the assist button rather than actually trying to use the character. There's a difference between using the character and just not using them. And by that, at least try to poke or use the primary slot or other things, because you can just cancel her primaries. You can poke with the primary and you can cancel the breaker before it hits, so you can easily rotate it. Middle slot wise, you can't cancel the strike. Yeah, and you can cancel that breaker. You can just stop with the thing at the beginning. Plus, reminder, it's basically full screen. The last hit is. First few aren't.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, okay. If you're not gonna know how to use the character, fine, fair enough in that way, but still. At that point, the rule is you're not allowed to use those assists. If you're incapable of using the leader, do not bother equipping those assists. It's gonna make you worthless. Same rules every time. If you don't know how to use your leader, you're not allowed to equip any assists that just play the game for you. At that point, just go play someone you already know. That's all it is. There you go. Nope. Up you go. You're not allowed to use Delphine to begin with, so I don't know what you mean by not a good choice right now. She's part of the theme battle, and neither of the two are considered that strong, so there's the reason. You're gonna be able to combo? Yeah. Yeah, and then you just spam Mastodon. I don't think that's gonna be the case. You responded with Mastodon Sentry against my breaker. Really? You're gonna use that statement? As I said, if you're gonna be a random assist, you really didn't look at the leader first. The usual rules, you have to use a block if your leader doesn't have a block assist. A block attack. To try and fix their card setup. Yeesh.
3, 2,
Fine. But at that point, you kind of just rushed your team. You kind of just rushed putting your team together. Hey man, let's see if we can try and do a dodge with Javelin. Not at that point. That one was useless. Dashed forwards. Not good enough. Hey, we got some wasted super meter right here. Jurassic Strike. Energy Orb. There we have something. Underground? Well, you can't press that anyway. Super Energy Orb! And Brachio beatdown. Traveling projectiles for extra energy.
KO.
They were caught once with speed. The primary slot decided to actually rotate after giving their strike twice. But reminder, try and use the backdash if you think your opponent's not going to block. Then at least you get a launch. Well, too much. Don't you think it's a little too much crit? That it? Yeah. That's about it. Let's see here. One break. Wrong button. Why am I thinking I had my super there? Once again. Ah, yes. Yellow bar top of screen. What should I press? I must have a super right now, right? Too slow. Clearly. Enough. Don't do that. Get back away. Not gonna press it. Okay. I guess nothing there. Don't. Will I steal a crit? I don't think so, but we can only see what the game will decide. All I know is that he didn't do his job. You're basically throwing with bridge. What are you playing horribly for? Actually, no. He did mention he's got quite a delay. He did mention he's got quite a delay. If you're in League 9, just try and practice a bit more. You just need to know what your leader can do. What combos you have. Sadly, game knowledge in terms of what your opponents will be using will be quite limited unless you go through the entire thing. So, I can't help with giving you game knowledge in terms of what your opponent will have available. All you can do at that point is look through the entire roster. Which is not going to be easy to get all that knowledge at once. You'll forget. Unless your memory's good, you'll more than likely just keep forgetting what your opponents have. Anyway, poke. He fully continued. Well, not 10 easy right now, but it's still not a good situation. Get rid of this. Yeah, the fact that it interrupted them. The fact that it interrupted them. There, I have my super. Be careful. There, I've reset everything. I fully reset everything. Now I put this up. Well, that happens. Again! Super anti-job! Okay, well, I think we're done with Anthony Tommy. Xander it is. Chakina is just in a different situation. I wouldn't say counts as using her as well. List is always up. As I said, it's supposed to be Xander, then Merrick. So let's go ahead and throw in somebody with a bit of utility for Xander. There we go. And then we need a block attack that can be helpful to him. Full screen water. Hit them with the water and plants. And apparently a green rocket from the sky. Which one? Jonathan Tommy or Xander? Are we gonna get Korak to fight properly, or what are we gonna do here? Because he's running a bunch of crit again, like the last one. Kick and punch! You're still in the air, and now we can do a certain thing called Mystic Force Fighter. How about I cycle you for a while? Since you just used your middle slot, I didn't see your primary slot, so I don't know about your strike yet. And up you go. Long animation. Poke. You lost your crits! I don't have to care, you lost your crits. There you go. Anyway. Punch. Nah. Yeah, blind. No blind spot, because why? What else? Yeah, you don't deserve those crits. Why even bringing that assist to this fight? Wow. Just wow. Away with you. You can't cancel before the kick. But you can, and I forgot. Yeah, not that opponent, not the same opponent though. But someone that actually fought properly. But I'm still saying it was lag because he mentioned it already. Spider, what do you want? Xander. You know, there's a lot of characters. Just know that there's a lot more lesser known ones, or rather ones that aren't as popular, are in the game rather than just quite a few other ones. Can you not? Ah, okay. So be it. We're probably expecting an Orion. No, just cancel. Okay, here you go. You lose that stack. Anything else? No. I dodged it because it let me roll away. I'm able to reach you. So close. Perfect cancel from me, but they chose to instantly press a different thing as well. Get rid of this. Poke. Okay, well, Mystic Force Fighter. Can you seriously just rotate already? It's just getting stupid. Sad game. Game being sad with this one. What is this even? There's gonna be another Orion. No? Where is he? Yeah, okay. I mean, that one was correct. Actually, no. He used this. There's the tornado. Double backdash would have worked, and then quick forward dash into breaker would have won there. Basically, that one went to get against the knowledge of what's gonna desync, because he never got his Aeon 3 times in a row. Spider, I don't care about anything to try and guess tomorrow. This case, or whatever they're gonna try and do, is maybe Ninja Steel. I don't think so. And it's not allowed to be the Power Ranger State character, because they clearly need to learn when time matters. The announcement going up to it will be better than whatever it is to be. Yeah. They simply need to line it up correctly. We're gonna get a new. We're going to be able to get the character on Power Rangers Day. Anyway. So this character that's coming up should not be the Power Rangers Day character. If it is, they're stupid at marketing. You have a whole better time not to. Especially since this is supposed to be the epic of the... For now. It's not supposed to be the legendary yet. No. Okay. Up we go. Okay, so. Not paying attention. Yeah. No, that's not a bug. You see, then we... You really need to... Okay, I really should not need to explain that situation, because sometimes it really should just be obvious when you actually look at the attack. Like, the scenario really shouldn't be need explaining. Well, how about I put it this way? It's called projectiles. It's not related to your character. Okay? What happened there is a simple thing called, I hit them, but before I hit them, they managed to shoot their interrupt projectile, forcing me out of my recovery, you could say, the days from hitting the opponent's block. They hit me out of it with an interrupt. It's simply timing. They shot the projectile, I hit them. I activated their block, their animation slowed, but I got hit after by their interrupt projectile. Any projectile with interrupt would do that. That one is just all it is. It's just based on timing. If I hit them from full screen and do anything that's and their projectile is just an interrupt, I can just press a button. It's just the hit reaction of his first attack in his normal state. It's just, that's all. It's just his normal state is all it was. Yeah, Yoinky, I don't know what you're on. It's called a request. Be aware, that cannot be deleted. That simple, that reaction, or that situation cannot be deleted because that's how it works. If they do that, then they're being stupid. If they try to change it, it's not going to work the way they want it to. The projectile is simply interrupting me after I hit their block. That's all it is. It's simply timing. You hit me while I hit you already, but after I activate your special counter, technically, anything that's faster might not be able to get caught, but yeah. At this point, I really just need to interrupt them in a different, this one in a different way. No, this goes fighter. Punch them away, and up. It's just, you need to look at the situations. The only reason why I'm going on about it really shouldn't need explaining. Just look at what the actual attacks are already. All it really is. Can't get away with this one. You can't do anything here. Xander is not good enough to save him from this opponent. They can just do one combo here if I don't stop them. As I said, I have to stop them. Yeah, I'm dead. Ah! I did not time that right. I was looking for the hotkey. I don't know why. I did not time that right. I tried to get my the thing cut off, but I was too slow. Also, cat, get away from the microphone. Sit down. Yeah. Other than Xander just being horrendous, yeah. Nah. It's just sad. The fact that he had a bug happen to him is the only real concern. He was allowed to just make you explode with a Mystic Force fighter. Yet he's still not good. Doesn't have a 50-50. The animation is way too slow to be useful. He has a cycle! And that's it. Good luck starting it. Mystic Force fighter is not a breaker trap. It's also insanely slow. Yeah, this is just not a character to do that. This is just not a character I'm here to use. Anyway. Seriously, Cat, make up your mind! She's been doing that the entire day. I think she hit the cable. If there's any buzzing, sorry. I was gonna say there's much. Compared to if I were to use something like Xandred or Astronomer, this character just does not have what needs to be used. He has no utility, and he has no speed either. No breaker trap. At least Xandred has a poke. At this point, the problem is she doesn't know what she wants to do. And no, Blake is at least able to do something like poke the opponent. This one can't do anything. Project Persona, you've been here before. Stop being weird. You know very well it's just you were slower. There's nothing special about it being something else like that. Come on. You've been here before. You know it's just you were slower than the person inputting the code. Yeah, but you had to point it out that you haven't. Otherwise, I can't say to just for people to slow down the code. They're already waiting 5 matches. I just need, in general, those that are a little faster to be a bit slower. That's essentially what I need to say. That it. Man can't even have a super mode. That's all I can say. Or a super attack. Yeah, Magic Staff. No, not allowed to be faster. She dashed at everything, and here we are. I lifted up. I get hit first. That's how slow that thing is. Short-ranged, slow. She can dash in by the time I'm still standing there. That's the one. Anyway, if anyone wants to slow down, let the person that hasn't played enter the code. That's all it is. Kiki, it's currently in bronze. I'm not gonna bother. I haven't done the ranked reclimb to silver. You have too many blocks.
2, 1, go!
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that one. It's just the whole primary breaker is just not good enough in that sense. The animation works in a different way for him. But the middle slot one, for what it is, it's just, what is it? You can't even do that. Not even fast enough to more quick poke. Doesn't even have the damage that Ziggy has. To be able to make use of something there. And a rotation means I don't get anything. Yeah. It rotates! Just to screw me over. I can't poke them. And recover if I don't have a strike. So, there it goes again. There goes Mac with his big leap of a breaker that just is better than everything Xander has. Once again, a problematic assist that should not be dodging projectiles. Isaac, I already know that, but I don't care about losses or wins. It's called actually just using the character in general. It's just the whole pointing out a problem with them. This one, however, says, screw you. Good luck. First hit is undodgeable. Yeki, there's no list. Technically, Elzulu has already requested the first one, which was the Xander, but yeah. Because we're already using Xandred in the theme itself. Cat is sitting in a loaf again. Currently as a proper loaf. She's currently sitting as a proper loaf. I already told you, Spider, yours didn't count. There isn't really a time limit, but eh. Korak, really?
3, 2,
Are you sure? Or you can instantly press a block. Moon slash. There you go. No. And be warned, Merrick's currently cheating, so I don't know if you guys really wanted to see him. It's more of a cheater than you realize. Anyway, has yet to fix it. Seriously. You will understand shortly. We'll be seeing it when I actually get an opponent. That's not something worthless like Psycho Green. Don't bother trying to land explosions if it's gonna be Psycho Green. It's Merrick. If you're taking that as a challenge, good luck. But Merrick's got a bit of a deadlier kit. Not even Mac block bag, it's just better. And it's not even a bug, they just chose not to make Mac last that long in terms of his block. Anyway, Howling Wolf. Up you go. Nope. Fine. Ah. No. Never mind. No. That just looked horrible. Like, no, it is a bug. No! It is! Just remembered, it is a bug. Merrick's one of those characters again. Watch. I stop in the air. We got the bugged hit reaction again. But I'm mistaken, Psychogrino's one of them as well, and he has Merrick with the thing. Because anyway has not done their job. It's probably speeding up the sweep. No, Geki. Sorry to tell you, that's false. Another hit reaction that's bugged. I'm pretty sure we already had this matchup as well. Go look at the replay, Geki. Watch what happens after your block. The hit reaction is incorrect. Guess what? That makes it a true combo with your breaker. But for the wrong reason. We've had this fight before with Emma fighting another character who, for some reason, got stuck in the air. Look real close when she hits you with the second hit of the block. Go look at the opponent. You'll notice he just stops in the air, and then another animation plays after that. Only then can the opponent press the next attack. Why? Because once again, animation is wrong.
3, 2,
Let's see it, Tomodachi. I'm faster. Luna Q again! Should have pressed that instead, but here we are. One hit. Special recovery! Sorry. Luna Q. Send the flying. No. But you could have pressed the button. You could have pressed something! Ah, okay. There you go. No, it's... Yeah, he stopped failing. Where would Emma have overlapping animations? It's not! I just told you, look at Merrick. This is specifically an N-way issue with the hit reactions. Once again, doing something stupid. You're using a hit reaction and once again, did not get play tested properly. So it's incorrect on its ways it gets used. And fails to transition automatically for a lot of characters. The only thing I can think it might be doing is she's doing a sweep first and then it's speeding up the animation to the later frames. Forcing the sweep to end. And anyone with a long animation will, yeah. I said after the second block, look at the opponent, you'll see they sit in the air for a bit before they go back to the ground. Anyway, up we go. And get rid of this. They instantly canceled their breaker for that one. Ish. Okay, well, here's a Howling Wolf. Yeah, there it goes. I've told you people enough times. There's the strike recovery. There's the strike recovery issue that anybody refuses to acknowledge is required to be allowed for certain characters. Otherwise, you get into that situation. I did not sit through that block animation because once again, Merrick. Merrick's block does not follow the rules right now. They basically bugged it. His looping animation, after he's blocked, probably doesn't work either. Basically put, there's certain opponents that actually get a combo from her block into her breaker. Certain characters get hit by that. Why? Because anyways hit reactions are wrong. Not consistent because of other stupid things. It's just because they probably speed the stuff up. Yeesh. It's definitely a thing. Sad. It's not helping. Send flying. The way to it. To the corner. And dash in breaker. No? Well, you can't dodge there. Merrick hits quite far. And high enough, at least. Not good enough thing to backdash. Here you go. Up once! Lunicue! Asia Warrior. Lunicue! And Super. Dead. Primary slot spam. Merrick actually has the ability to go just do that. There's a lot more range than Camille. Especially since they didn't use their metal slot after their one strike. As you can tell, yes, she does get a combo into her corner. But that's after her block. Her strike in the middle slot is not helping her. No player YT. You didn't look at it carefully enough.
2, 1, go.
Here you go. You're a bit too slow on that hit. Lunicube. No. It's not that fast. Here you go. No. Fine. He's recovering. I'm speed. I am speed. Back away. And again. Nah. Paying attention. Blade arm. 4,600. Knockout. There. Good enough. Just remember, they chose not to give Merrick the ability to dodge projectiles on his primary strike. That I know of, unless he could. Not haven't checked fully, but that's all it is. He still has an instant combo starter now. Sad part is, I don't know what it is, but he just feels like he doesn't do damage. In a different way. Specifically, it takes forever to on ladder, but ulti level on, same usual 2 card combo. It's just the delay, and that's what I get. Yeah. Really gonna do that basic thing? Really, Lewis? I delay the attack, and your response is the most boring thing ever. I blocked you with the collision thing again. Don't. Just don't. Here you go. We want to see whether or not it would matter. You do your job? Wow. Look at that. Look at that. You actually was able to add a dash there and it's still comboed. Yeah, no. Just don't. You did the most boring thing, Lois. Seriously. At that point, I could have just dodged after this thing and just hit them. That's all I needed to do. Instead of trying to use the leader, no, we're going to throw a Heckle Assist and then just shove them with Casey. Really? Can't think of anything else, can you? The most boring thing we see constantly on the ladder. Can't go take it somewhere else. Seriously. Anyway, yes, Gorag. Primary slot is rotated back to the block. Middle slot is currently the... well, strike, so you can expect that. Yeah, no, he didn't shoot the projectile. Like I've mentioned enough times, it's all about timing. If he actually lands that projectile, I can actually just block him, but here we are. Just don't try and use it before you see it. You have to react. And also you have to get lucky enough that the second hit isn't going to actually hit you in the middle of your startup. Or the second hit is going to hit you before the first projectile. Don't just press it. Especially since I just dodged it just to hit you back. With my own. You don't have armor until the hit itself. It's before, it ends before. Underground it is. Can I get a block? They got a block. So be it. Moon Flash. Luna Cube. There. Yeah, not good enough. Not good enough. Why are you not... Why did you not continue? Huh? Why didn't you continue? See? You had the ability to. You very much had the ability to. Okay. Is that it? Is that it? You got caught anyway. Your backdash wasn't good enough. You had to taunt dash or use something else. In fact, it was the very obvious strike after. Good read! You didn't recover enough energy. Unless it really just said no, you lag right there. Baron. No. Harvey it is. Let's see here. We're going to start with a backdash into the primary slot. No. Guild hit is a little faster. Or rather, hit sooner. Forward dash, super. Okay. No. Don't even try, Geki. There you go. No. Away with you. And Howling Wolf. Super. Luna Q. Better be careful. Yeah, no. What's the combo? Are you sure you're getting anything here? Let's see about your middle slot. Wow. Game being rude. 2 crits. It really didn't matter. The block was enough to knock out. Got 2 unneeded crits. Just ended the fight sooner. Good enough usage there. As I've mentioned, Merrick's comparison, he actually does quite a bit less. Otherwise, that would have just been dead in that combo, but he doesn't really get that long combos. He has to try and loop, but one breaker just hits the opponent, the other one tries to launch. That's all it is. It's kind of all he does. Luna Kip and Hunting Wolf. With this one, I will be able to recover, but now I have to be careful. No. Okay. Well, there you go. I got a crit there. But at this point, yes, this does knock out very quickly. Took 3 interactions. The guy just take 2. Anything I can point out there. That took 3 interactions. He's trying. At least your opponents will mostly not have to deal... At least you won't have to deal too much with delayed inputs on ladder. Since most of the time, if you were to fight someone in America, it doesn't actually do as much of a delay due to being in Europe. But every time I fight someone, one of us is having a delayed input. Anyway, no. Delayed too much. Back away. Good enough with the timing, but there, you saw it. I was still in the block animation and I dodged out of it. That thing does not last the way it should. No. You should have cancelled. Luna Q. And let's see. No, not good enough. Queued it up. It queued up and that's all it did. There you go. Howling Wolf! Luna Q. Back away. Nah. We don't need it though. They spent 7. Let's see what you got. You have. That's it. Yeah. They have the middle slot strike back, so that's the only thing we can watch out for. Is that it? A little too early on that one, Korag. A bit too early on that one. Whatever happened to your KT assist not existing, that I would say is what screwed you over. Yuck. Sorry. I think I hit the microphone, it's cable. There are more chatting here and there, Living. That's all I can say. It really doesn't matter. There's more. There's more. There are more taking the code rather than chatting. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having the cycle at least with multiple people. That's all it is. You don't have to talk. You can use it just to speak. Then when you take the code sooner, then you should be allowed. Yeah, okay. No. Doing a Q. There you go. And back away. No. Didn't pay attention there. Out of range. Speed! And Luna Q. Again. Luna Q. Interrupted. And knockout. Crit not needed. Metal Slot has no underground attack. Maybe I interrupted one of them, but yeah. I mean, you're not going to see the entire game's roster, which is the only sad part. Maybe you can see about your character used, if you're thinking about trying to use one, but at that point you just have to request. So if you have a character you use, best to request them. As you can see, Spider is still here, but he's chosen not to speak. No. Get rid of this useless thing. No! Ah, he didn't slow the thing down. He didn't slow it down. Luna Q! We're on fire. We're on fire. That didn't get to queue up. We're gonna jump. Look at that. Not allowed to queue it up. And there goes desynced animation with VFX and hitboxes. There goes desynced animation with VFX. I said it before. They did change the hitbox appearance. We've seen it already. He slashes, and only then, after the slash, he hits you. Yep. What do you think happened? The usual. I hit you first, but they did delay it. I've said it before. I mentioned it around the time when he got released. That thing looks off. Or rather, not released. His update happened. I said it was off. The way it doesn't hit you until later. In this case, I tried to attack. Guess what happened? No. He's fully invincible. No. He does run off first, but reminder that it still hits. It still actually attacks. It doesn't detect. No. We can't spin. Can't spin, Lewis. You got it, crit. Merrick does. From what I can tell, no, he does not have dodge properties on anything. He just has invincibility after. From what I remember. So I was not going to be dodging that projectile if he tried to do the setup in a specific way. Can't run at them with a projectile dodging block. Don't even have one. I have Tori that I can use from full screen, and that's about it.
3, 2, 1, go!
Delayed. No, you can't do that. Merrick still breaks the rules there. There goes. There goes the. There goes Merrick just dodging that attack. Yeah, okay. As I said, collision box is not moving. Merrick is breaking a lot of rules, but that's all it is. gonna crit. We all know he is. See?
KO. You lose.
Don't have utility at the start. Doesn't matter what I press. Also not Mesogog, and it's not a stagger or a stun, so I can't break the thing either. Cam just exists. I don't care. So, meh. Yeah, that's Orico. He's gonna be running around with just the boring thing of crits when he doesn't need them.
Go.
Because they're doing their job and actually making things proper. Why do you think they killed their player base by making everything boring? If you don't make the roster actually diverse in choices, you're just gonna have people leave. I already saw this happen. Go look at Sparking Zero as well. Your only opponents on ranked with some was specific broken characters. We've played these games before. You don't do it right, you're just ruining your game. Anyway, Moon Slash, Ancient Warrior, and Laser Ball.
KO. You win.
Anyway. It didn't let you do your combo, did it? Yeah, we're not supposed to be having that situation, Geki. If there's the delay, it's stupid. Listen, if you stop playing while using Haley, I don't think you have the right to complain about Orico. She's not as strong, but she's still one of the stronger ones in the game.
3, 2,
Not happening, Geki.
1. Go.
Not focusing on that one right now. Poke. Nope, no poke. It didn't let me cancel. Bad backdash. Anyway. No jump. Anyway, he doesn't have high crit chance. It's more like he's manipulating his crit chance. It's not higher crit. Anyway. No. I said no! Bad! Can't just use that twice.
KO. You win.
Yeah. I guess the character's showing you exactly what the problems are. If all you're doing is finding the same boring one on ladder, you're just gonna leave. It's exactly what happened before. So, we already know Troy's doing that. He's too safe. So the fact that he's not broken in a way, he's boring. Troy Assist doesn't do anything special in terms of, yes, free combo, anything, no instant combo start, no. He's just a heal for 3 energy with barely any active time. He's basically a free heal. If your opponent doesn't hit you with a breaker as fast enough, you're just gonna heal. He heals too easily. So yeah. Yes, and that's the problem. He's not doing anything proper. He's just doing a free heal, and he's basically saying, yes, I don't have any downsides. Much like every other one. Then why do we have such an assist like a Psycho Raid, huh? Why does Psycho Raid assist exist if you're so worthless and yet this other assist gets to do something so stupid? And then there's Rocky. I don't see how that's still in the middle of a dash, but okay, game. Queued up Tori when I was in the middle of one, but it wasn't good enough. Anyway, Moon Slash. Not happening. There. 1. Howling Wolf. Okay, Luna Q. He doesn't exist, that's the problem. Can't use Psycho Raid because he's just bad. That's the problem with the choices that they keep making. No. Not gonna use the super here even. It's just cycling the primary.
KO. You win.
Exactly. There's an example of an assist that was fine, not stupid. I know, Sosa. It's meh. Most fighting games can't be played because the opponents will always find me 150 MS. Team battle can begin any minute now. I'm just doing one last matchup. Rocky assist was fair. It's called when he was slow on the start and then he had barely any recovery and he still hit you for a decent amount of damage. That was when he was fair, Livy. That's his release state. His release state was when he was slow at the start, did a combo, or rather 3 hits, gave you the ability to recover, and there, done.
3, 2,
No one's taking it correct, really?
go.
No. Back away. No. Through the corner. He snapped forwards. That's all he did. He snapped forwards. Luna Q. Another Luna Q. And you know what? There you go. You're still alive. High speed!
KO. You win.
Anyway, there. It's more like the way they could easily just properly balance the game, but here they are just being stupid with some things. We've got all the old characters that are actually interesting, and yet here we have the choice to just make something high damage while high speed. No proper thought around it. Rocky was fine! An actual utility-based assist that did its job. It rushed in. It was 2/3 of the screen in range. Here we are with another stupid assist like Ninja Kimberly, who does more damage, does knockback instead, and now just gives you crit on hit. Neither character can use their assist, so it's just villains versus good. Evil versus good. That's all it is. Because it's already cross-season. So find what you can. Find a nice combo. Yeah, and then the blind spots disappear as well for her assist. We already know, because like I've said enough times as well, there is also no such thing as legendary privileges. Anyone just keeps failing there. Instead of being normal, they choose that. No, it's just evil versus good in general. You can take any assist as long as it's properly fair. Okay, maybe not Ethan assist. Ethan is very much point blank. And then he just hits first. There. The rule with Delphine, she's not allowed to have an attack block. No such thing. Anyway, Mr. 3, Harwood County. Howie, do we really have to launch the main today? I really don't want to bother having to do so yet. So can we get the Xandred teams? As I said, villains. Set your team up correctly, this is your team. Or anything like that. This is Delphine's all good ranges. This is technically fine. The car is actually on theme to an extent. So can we get Xandred teams to join? Dracon is allowed, but not really. Actually, no. He is? Yeah. Yeah, Ollie's still stronger than Trent. Ollie is still stronger than Trent. A proper Ollie will just cycle you properly. For one, you land the middle slot, you can delay your strike so the second hit lands, or rather only the second hit of the primary, into your breaker to launch to recover more energy. Giving you energy back after your combo ended. Which, if you were able to get your strike in your middle slot, now you have your instant combo starter, and you probably have your 50-50 strike, which you can poke your opponent with. If they try to block, you get your breaker. You will get every common and rare eventually. It's not that hard to. Just keep opening your boxes. The game will drop every single one. There's not that many. Do we have a Xandred? Yakey. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what happens. Question fist. Bubble shot. And yeah, if I delay it enough, I just get the combo there. Sets up the projectile. You can block, but way too late. Hydro Slash to the corner. Anyway, take a stun. Stun again, but sadly that's all. That's really all it's gonna be. Yeah. Hydro Slash. Now I can do something very specific. No? Fine. Fair enough. I'll delay it. Sadly, Geki, you're gonna get screwed over by another thing. You have been fooled! Hydro Slash! I did not press another thing. I got 2 blocks in a row. Xandred only gives you Xandred leader. Got 10 of them in a row. Eesh. Yeah, she's a balance, and she got 2 blocks in a row, and you got screwed over by it. Because anyway wanted her to have one. Unlike any other Zeo character, there's only 2 of them with a super. Anyway, here we go. Question first. Bubble shot. Yeah, I'm supposed to backdash there. Eesh. We can wait. Walk here. Okay, equation fist. Hydro Slash. Not paying attention. Aqua combo. And there. That worked. What will he do? He doesn't press his other middle slot. Bubble shot. Yeah, he's stuck standing still. Well, Hydro Slash. No? You can't do that. Oh. Now, can't interrupt. Okay, what do we have? What do we have, Geki? No rotation middle slot. Oh no. Hello, Chris. From Mexico. And then we got Scotland, Adrian, who really wants RPM blue. Yeah, that's just RNG. Technically, if I'm not mistaken, there is more legendary assists than leaders because of a certain way they did it before. Aqua combo. Let this continue. There we go. No. Bubble shot! I'll try and do my combo better than the other times, but, yeah. No. What if I just... Okay, you are being block spammed there. You are not getting the right card you need. Can't just use an Aku the way you want. Since I use him, it's very much a disadvantage for everyone else. You can poke. But let's see. No. Up you go. Get rid of this. No. Fine. Let's see here. They can interrupt me with a poke, so what if I just do this? They don't have a poke. Billy doesn't do that much. Flash. You're being cut in half. Listen, at that point, you're supposed to enter challenges for enough points. You can get 20 legendary shards guaranteed a month. Well, that's the problem, Geki. Anyway, Delphine uses join. People can do it, but the moment they do that, Adrian, they'll become very linear. Geki, neither of the characters can really do a combo. You might want to look at the things. You have to see the opponent for that primary break, that primary block of yours.
3, 2, 1.
Ish.
Go.
Okay. No. I can poke you for that. Netherworld bind. 1. And again. Beverly used. Poke. No, okay. 3. Is that it? You can poke me. There you go. And again. I'll take the risk. We'll make use of it. As long as I just have my energy manipulated correctly, I don't have to care. Here you go. Again. We delay so I only have more energy every time. And then you punch the block. Anyway, up you go. Now you just have to be careful. You just have to be very careful. You know, I really could have just done Netherworld Bind because they're not allowed to use Tori. That is the technical disadvantage Delphine has, which is she doesn't have a block. So if she uses a zero cost, it can screw her over. Actually, no, I don't have low HP. She could use Tori. What am I on? If the opponent has low HP, then you can fully risk it. So, Alzuli, are you here? Your opponent needs... You need to get ready to use Xandred against the Delphine. Ah! Can't cancel that. That's a car. Well, this is why we use Xandred, but... Not Xandred, Zanaku, but we got someone that's ready to attack. There's a Tori. Charge. Doesn't rotate. Okay, fine. And we could see there that Xandred just outright whiffed that entire thing. Be careful, you're not allowed to... Korag, seriously. You've used 3 assists. Technically more. Wasn't that actually a number... isn't that assist number 4? You pressed the breaker to engage in that one, so I wouldn't... Are you sure? That was even Delphine dealing any damage that match. If anyone wants to check, was that 4 or 3 assists? But the block assists are somewhat fine. But then he runs in, and his next card was a bridge.
3, 2.
Are you sure? You want to deal with that? Okay. Let's see here. Get rid of it. No zero cost for now. Interrupt. Justin is the exact same situation as Ethan. It's just gonna be boring. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to use an attack block. This fight does not allow that. That's why I said specifically the block is not allowed to be an attack block. Massive Fury. There we go. And we're back away. That's their zero cost. They instantly cancel. Leave them stunned twice. No. Okay. Oh, that didn't help. The health is too low, but I can't just use anything else, and I can't cancel this. Correct! He lost connection. He's just a placeholder, yeah. Correct! Take the game. Rejoin. Yeah, that's what happens there. It seems like this is clearly an internet issue. Oh, hold on a second. Is that supposed to be pink? Nah, I think it is. Correct, re-enter. I mean, Khaled also got disconnected. Is internet? I'll try. No. Okay, he's not here. His internet fully died. Can't even rejoin a match. Yeah, okay, never mind. His thing just outright died completely. Do we really have to get a new Delphine? Seems we need a new Delphine user, so Evox. We need a new Delphine user. We can't even have Korak. His phone died. They're attempting to fix the balancing. The internet thing is something different. That is mostly the user. Anyway, servers will mostly be fine. They're ranked, however, they increased the range, so it's worse. They increased the search range for you, so they made it worse. You can fight someone in America, and now your entire match is horrible and one-sided for whoever is the one that ends up being the host. Nope, the Sosa joined. So be it. Let's see what happens. You get launched. Another combo. They're in the air. Didn't manage to stop that one. Okay. Another block. Unlucky. No. Not in range. You're not close enough with that one. Oh, no. We block again! Getting called out a little too much. Well, that worked. At least it worked! There, be careful! Yep. You're unlucky. Okay, so that happened. Very unlucky rotation there for Sosa. Currently, Xandred is the one that's winning. Not Xandred. Delphine. Delphine currently is the one winning, and this is a reset, Geki. I don't know what you're on. Don't continue. Now be careful. Yeah, I wasn't fast enough. They're punching a lot. Anyway, back away. Be warned. Not a hero with special recovery. Okay, get rid of this. Got a block combo. Goldog's not an active hitbox. And the primary slot is all this is. Yeah, nope. Netherworld bind. Really. Okay, you either have a zero cost or you don't get to do what you want here. That's on me. Don't block in their face. Remember, there's a lot of exploiting you can do the moment you get low HP, so just watch your opponent. And they're the one throwing away their win if they make the mistake. So if you manage to spam them while they have a no zero cost and they just have the assist, Xandred can get away with that win. Doesn't work the other way with Delphine. Technically, that's the advantage, but in my opinion, Xandred's still the weaker one here. Xandred is still the weaker one here. There you go. I said all goods are allowed, but the problem is you're not allowed to run Izzy because she's a strike, and Delphine does not need a strike. That's the problem there. Wait. He does not dodge projectiles. Anyway, not a combo. In your corner you go. Now don't rush in with a punch. That's not a combo. Anyway, not a combo. Okay. I was waiting for 10, but he didn't punch me. He just backdashed and used the breaker. Anyway, not a combo here. Out you go. Exactly. Phone exists, but that's the same thing as just running bridge. It's fine. But reminder, the block is required to be a counter and not an attack block. So 1-to-1. I mean, the fact is, when he did... Okay, Adrian, think about this. Someone put it into words. Xandred may not have done much, okay? He didn't do much in the show to begin with. He was just there every episode. But the moment he did... He murdered whatever the competition. That's what happened. He basically, while drying out, completely just destroyed the Rangers. But then he had to sit in the Xandred River for a while. The second time, he absorbed. And everyone was losing. Anyway, Delphine and Xandred uses join. Really? 1. Rule broken. 2. You're not allowed Casey. There are some assists which are very obviously not allowed. Spark and Roxy. Technically it's allowed, but we better see something proper. Lothar is fine. He's no different from using KC, but it's short range and you can dodge, okay? The simple fact is, they will be allowed. We will allow this. Just remember the simple rule. If we see that assist more often than not, yeah. As I said enough times though, Delphine's the one with the advantage. This is all based on if our opponent here, or rather the Xandred user, plays Xandred. Lothar is a fast strike. Remember, he's still a strike.
3, 2, 1.
And you can be interrupted and dodged. All that needs to happen is this needs to be a show of Xandred. That's all it is. I've said he's got the disadvantage here. That's all it is. Lewis, please remember to cancel. And if you really have to, you can poke into car. It's allowed. But no spamming per se. Okay? Remember. Careful! Just because it's a 5 cost doesn't mean you're allowed to take so many risks. Anyway, right now we got a good show of Xandred. And he's gonna kick. There it is! Big combo! Don't press the strike! You failed! Ranger 89, you failed. Yeah. Good usage. There we go. You got rid of your block. You almost had a perfect combo. Be warned. Actually, not be warned. Guess what? That combo, I was going to be fine with Lothar. 1. You got them with 0 blocks there. You kick them with your middle slot strike. You back away, let Zanaku explode, recover to 7, kick them with Lothar, fire laser, bring them back, kick them again, slash them, and up they go. That was a potential combo there.
2, 1, go!
Yeah. Anyway, double Nyla combo. Like, if you want to do a full villain combo, there's always the case. 1 assist each in one big combo from each side is perfectly fine. Because at that point, you just did a big villain team combo. And technically, it's a major villain versus anti-hero type 1. But Lewis is really getting caught with a horrible situation. Up! Yeesh. Careful now. 2 hits and you're out. You can't do that. Oh, no. I said Lothar was fine. It's all based on the user. As I said, this is the leader to use. The assist is fine if it's fair. Lothar is technically fair. But at the same time, not. Okay? Lothar assist is still short-ranged, but a strike. And a 4 cost. It would be... Xandred's costs are insanely high already. Did you remember to put Tori on the left? I think you forgot to do that. Anyway, next, Zalfine and Xandred use a joy, if you don't mind. And someone try and ping Evox, because I told him. Or rather, I mentioned the others. There. Team setup is fine. But actually, at the same time, I am sorry. No, it's not. Evox, the rule was your blocks are not allowed to attack. Neither side's blocks are allowed to attack. So, sorry. Yes, they technically have limited the pool, but... yeah. Sorry. Made that rule at the start, you're basically doing that. You're still able to use Jen, but sadly no Amelia. Xandred's already got an expensive 5 cost as a block that does not attack. Set your team up good versus evil, but your blocks are not allowed to attack, and your team setup has to be correct. Specific assists are banned from both sides, and they're kind of quite obvious. When it comes down to playing the characters, it's up to the user to make sure it's still the leader. You're allowed to throw them in the middle of combos, but they better be interesting combos. Xandred making use of Zanaku is a very dangerous and good combo if you time it right. Like, for example, I was going to be fine with a person trying to time their assists correctly and getting away with using a Xandred into Lothar assist after Zanaku lands. But yeah. That type of thing, though. That's why I was going to be hesitant on Roxy being used. Especially since it didn't rotate, so if we see it again, there's the problem. Nope. This is fine. He pokes. Now that it's been long enough, Roxy is fine to be used here. But not in the same way we saw already. Like, catching him right now would be a good, would be allowed. Ah. I was going to be fine with delaying it slightly so Roxy is allowed a combo, because a perfect 8 energy combo is what was allowed there. Well, now they can't use Roxy, and... I feel like he just lagged. Eesh. Yeah, no. I feel like this match was over a while ago, so that was Khaled lagging. Ah, not right now. Not now, Geki. I don't know if it was actually possible to see the cat walk down this way. She's there again.
2, 1, go!
Netherwell bind Tori. Bubble shot. Bubbles in water. Oh, that's a poke. There's a block and nothing. Poke and hit them with a Hydra Slash. Crit. Poked. Are you sure you wanted to poke though? Well then. Ah, that's a block. You're allowed to shove away with Roxy. Yep. There it is. Since you landed with the first one, you can just delay it and get you basically get the exact same thing. Netherworld Bind is no different from Roxy. Basically, Netherworld Bind is the same as doing Netherworld Bind Roxy. They're no different. Okay, Khaled, what are you doing? Oh, no. Bubble, cancel. Nothing. Not a combo. Nothing. Let it continue. Another little bind. Not running. Be careful. Oh.
KO. You win.
There was an attempt, but you guys were not managing your energy. Neither side was managing their energy well. Not enough, not enough position manipulation either, but here we are.
Go.
Blocked in the face. Ah! Interrupted. Both of them with their assist and a single card to help them. Oh, someone just stood still. Netherworld Bind! Nyla combo! And now... Nope, no block. Kicked in the face again! Ooh. I don't know if that one was worth waiting for, Evox. Blocks. Punches. Jin! There you go. But you can see that one's mostly fine. Ah! Not enough! Oh! The block's duration was a little longer than usual. Shoved back into the projectile, then launched. Just from the hit, the punching their block. No. 3 cost, high, just, yeah, no.
KO. You win.
Jeez, Delphine's the one with the advantage already. You got a good job, a good encounter from Khaled, but sadly it was not enough. Good job to Evox, giving Delphine her second win. Yes, Xandred was winning already, but as I do say that Delphine has the advantage here, but Xandred at least is able to put up a decent bit of a fight, because both of them suck. I would say I only won my one because I kept calling out my opponent too many times with my block. Like, instead of caring about looking at my opponent's cards, if I was at a distance, I was just, yes, they pressed the button, I'm gonna press the breaker. Not breaker, a block. Like, I was not identifying their cards in my match. I was not identifying it. I was just looking at them. Okay, I see something, block. I kind of was just doing that. That is allowed, yeah. But Geki, are you sure you're allowed to join? Seriously. You fought already. Do we have a Xandred user? Where's Alzulu? Do we want to see a Xandred? Was it Kirov? I think it was. Yeah, in this case, Khaled, technically maybe you would have landed it if you launched first, but in this case, the block shoved them into the projectile. Zanaku's projectile really isn't that wide of a hitbox, so it just works. It dodges, you get out of the hitbox, and you get shoved back in. Ah, sad. Do we have a Zanaku? Remy is allowed to join with their Fern and Tori, but we need a Xandred user. I keep saying Zanaku because he's the most common assist and it works quite well. Ah. You okay, Cat? Not allowed to do that? Ah, sorry. I think I was holding her in the wrong spot, but I don't think she made a sound, but I felt a vibration. I mean, reminder, you're just supposed to follow the standard rules of a character. So you don't have to completely know how to play him, but you should know that he just has a slow strike, but all you need to do is just know your opponent. You know that's how it is. Spider, you may enter. If you really feel like this is not a good spot or a good character to represent, fine, we'll let Geki re-enter. Unless, actually, no. A Delphine user must swap to Xandred's side. Or I'll just say this. I'll say this one. Any Xandred may join now. Even those that played. Geki was so fast enough. Because anything like that, technically Korak could have joined if he wanted to. I just said any Xandred user could join, but fine. It was fast enough. He was fast enough to say that to time that one. But actually, no, Korak's not here. What am I on? He didn't manage to finish his fight. Anyway, try to do what you must.
One, go.
Here we go. Nope, poked. Good usage. Bubbles! Geki's getting poked out. No. Kicks the air, the opponent tries to block. In that case, that looked like more of a random block than anything else. Poked. Recovering. Punch! Nothing. Bubbles! Nope, cancels. There are 0 things happening! Perfect usage. Didn't cancel instantly. Fair enough. You landed the strike first. Goes for a slightly delayed cancel. That wasn't an instant one. Blocks. Punches. I would have been fine with the cake in the face. That would have been fine. That at least leaves you an advantage there. Too soon. Too soon, Geki. Poke. That's only a poke. No, that didn't continue. So to remember, Geki, they did a full 8 energy combo. Is somewhat worth it to just let it happen. Be aware, as long as Xandred's on screen, technically trap projectiles are allowed to be used. Okay, screw it over. Screw it over. Someone forgot. Someone forgot to cancel. Remember, we still have the laughing ending. When you get hit by his block, you hear the laugh. When is anyone gonna make him usable? Who knows? We need a major villain update. We need the major villains update. Even if we just kind of got one with Trent and Drakon. Anyway, that did help. Zanaku! Bubbles! Not enough range. They can fix that. They can fix that block by just making it, by just extending the range that he just dashes horrendous, just give him a massive bit of momentum. They can try and do something with Decker the same way, but at that point, it might not work as intended. Or they can keep it a 5 cost. But do something special with animation to not take forever. Or to not make it so slow. Except, you hit the block, he said he... you know, there is that. His block at a distance... He just lets out a scream to give you a headache to leave you stunned. The screen-wide scream. They can use Black Dragon VFX to make that easier. Turn it purple and there, you're done. You hit his block and he screams. Interrupted. Uses the block. You might as well just commit again. Someone decided to use all their cards and block. Always try and remember what your opponent just used. You'll be fine then. Take risks when you realize they just used all their energy. They might, if they block or do an attack, they're not gonna get to punish you. At best, if they do punish you, it's 1 card. Oh no. Careful now. Geki, that was his Zanaku assist. They ran away. Not a combo. Wait. Netherworld bind once. The spectator lagged.
KO.
That's on Geki for not trying to use another Netherworld Bind so he could start regenerating while they were stunned. I heard the block! Yeah, and the spectator lagged. You fat fingered it. So when are we gonna get the update to these ones, huh? When's Xandred getting his update? Where's Black Dragon getting his proper update? Where's Goldor's proper update? Where's Zenaku's proper update? Like, where's this combo? Why not do that? Where was that one, Geki? At least I can shove them over here. And we got a proper one to appear. The Durami with whoever it was. Next thing you know, Evox is weird and just runs around with some second account named that. But actually, no. Which one was it again? I feel like I know which one that one it was, but I can't remember who. Eh. Like, this team is very much useless. This entire team you see here. This assist is the only good one. High damage with a lot of threat. This is horrendous. This leader is horrendous. Netherworld Bind. Be aware. The worst part about it, just guess what? Anyways, when they update Xandred, they're gonna ruin this thing. Netherworld Bind will lose its special strike exploitation. They're gonna ruin it. So we can't even expect him to do anything special here. Either the character has been properly buffed, they're at least strong enough to deal with things himself, or this has to keep its strike frames. Because we all know they're going to ruin it. We 100% know they're going to ruin this thing's strike frames. Levy, technically we're 2 hours, 30 minutes in. It's 1:30 for me. I have nothing else to do. So, yeah. Let me just check something to make sure. Better. Wait, bugged. Yeesh. People still don't care about the theme battle. I wouldn't say so. Let's see here. What's an interesting one? Still need to get back to bronze for the ult. We need corruption zone damage. Trini. We'll just use this one for now. Let's go ahead and set up a Mighty Morphin team. You guys can continue fighting. There. Okay, you guys may enter. Same rules, that's all it is. I'm just gonna check something. Okay. Oh, it's just Drakon. That's all it is. Go ahead. And now what? Double dash is not going to help me. Simple as that. Anyway. We jump. You're a failure. Come on. I'm calling you a failure for that one because you didn't do a simple thing. Seriously. No one wants to use Drakon in a very specific... wants to use Drakon in a better way than that. Just basic. Just basic movements. You had the chance to do something. You won the match. You didn't do it in a dominating way. Sad. Good job. But that wasn't good enough. That wasn't a good enough show of his power. You won. But I was not impressed. We get him again? Let's see if we can get something from him. Otherwise, do I have to use Drakon against you people to just show you what you're required to do. Not the full combo thing, Geki. Just do things better against your opponents. Show them that they don't have any control. That's what it is. Nothing like, yes, just do a basic combo. Show that they have no control in the match. Simple as that. Why did that look like it lasted longer? Okay. Well, you're weird. Weird game. Blind dagger. Lemon, I don't think you understand the rules. That has always been the case. Nope. Okay, well, I'm stuck in the air. Wait! Oh, no! Why do... Game. We just had the, Wait, no, that's the same thing that happens with, Okay, so we just had the reaction happen that happens with Rita Assist. Otherwise, I would have been able to block that. We just had the thing happen. Yes, Geki, you made it global. What else? Congratulations, you did your job. Yeah, it's not just that, Spider. It's the fact that the reaction was actually also wrong. The way that it happened. You press an attack that gets countered with a female universal skeleton. You cause your fall to be a bounce. It's weird. So if I were, like it, you just caught the breaker? With the strike? Same thing happens if I try to block Rita Assist. You heard me. That's the type of thing that can happen.
3, 2,
Good job, Geki. 6 energy. Really? That's not... Geki? No. You don't just fail! That's not... Geki. That's not how that works. No. You're not using him right there either. Get it right! Get it right. No. One didn't win, the other also didn't... The one didn't dominate the match well enough to make the opponent feel worthless. The other one didn't win. Come on! Make the opponent feel worthless. Otherwise, I'll do it myself. Yeah, because it has no range. The one doesn't exactly have much range, but the other one at least has more than a dash range. Savitar, or whatever it was, he just, when he re-enters, try to make the character feel worthless. Use Drakon as it needs to. Use it to the point the opponent doesn't know anything. There's a very special spot where you can use it against this character. That just works. All you need to remember. Nope. Blind dagger, you can press the button. No. Well, they instantly cancel. Good job. Well, here you go. Nope. Too slow. Back away. Nope. Oh, good enough, Breaker Trap. Especially since it didn't even say block. That didn't even say anything. Okay, let's see. Do we have any? No. Press nothing. No Billy? Ah. Okay. Combos. Super. Ah, that didn't help. That didn't help. Not this time! Not this time.
KO, you win.
Try again. If you dare use Drakon, use him to the dominating degree. You need to correctly destroy your opponent. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Don't bother. Don't go around just asking that for no reason. That's not how that works. You're not gonna get people to just hand you things. I don't think Geki sees the code. Yep, don't forecast. That's not how that works either. You're just here to fight. There's no such thing as a handout. I don't do tournaments either because I don't have the ability to help there. If someone is willing to just provide the stuff for one, I can host one, but that's about it. That's no different from them just hosting it instead. Anyway, to the corner. And claw counter. No. Again! No. To the corner. Let's see here. We jump! Nope. Can't jump like that. Still stunned. And what now? Get launched. Can you do your job? I guess not. The fact that mine reached. Yeah, we obviously know. That's not how it works to begin with. I told you. And we already know who this is. I don't see how you need to explain that it's not you. Code was up for more than a minute. Anyone could have entered. Good game. Didn't fail this time. And of course useless. Really? Instead of being normal, we see a Kimberly assist. Is that all you're gonna think about using? And up. And slash. Not a combo if you use it so late. Tiger strikes. And to the corner. Back away. Yeah, slam. Careful. I said careful. Don't! As I said. Sometimes rotation will screw you over. Told you. Sometimes it just will. What combo you have for me, huh? What's your combo? You forward dashed. No assists at least, but you really should just be using something else with that.
You win.
You really should be using something else with that. Remind Livy that it's a free crit rate boost. It's boring to see it because it does everything again, with more range than is allowed. 0 downsides at point blank as well. You didn't land your hit. You have 0 right to that. Your animation is wrong. Change it entirely, or put the blind spot back. Doesn't matter that you're the devs of the game. The decision is that you chose to be stupid. You made something boring looking. You already killed your player base more than it was on launch, just because you didn't want to make the roster diverse enough to at least have your opponents be, when you find them, actually be unique in a different way. So you already know the decisions are bad there. All you need to do is know what's the correct one. Let's just strike. There you go. And spinning blades. Game said, gives it again. Okay. Don't. You can't use that. Then it's just placeholder. Maybe learn to make it a trap assist. Then at least you can get a longer combo. Use something like Death Angel as Danaku, and then you can actually make use of something with Decker. 3 seasons in a row. Yep. I mean, or you can try and continue and finish it with a leaf or something. Then Jones, you're supposed to request Heckle at max. Yeah, we know you said it was like a red assist. You mentioned it earlier, got nothing but assists. So, yeah. Psycho Green, Rocky, Zordon. Yep, okay. That did not queue up. Game being sad, no queue. Only breakers to start. Not gonna try and go for the thing. Nah. Can't slow them down anyway. Yeah, game, you're just being weird. Game is just being high. Up you go. There you go. And spin. Lose another stack. But the problem is they can still get this. They can still get their breaker here. They can still do the thing. Nothing else? No? Really? Yeah. They didn't get it. Well, no middle slot for me for more damage. There it goes. Anyway, we're done with Trini. You've lost your chance. You've lost your chance. You stop hiding. Nothing else? Yeah. Nothing else there. What do you mean lost the encouragement to play? What do you mean? The assist spam, right? No, the assist. Psycho Red assist keep being spammed into it. Why are you moving back and forth when you breathe? It's being weird. Anyway, Geki. We'll see. Go up. Nothing else? Really? Not how it works. You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention, Geki. And I'm not allowed to do the thing. Go down. And here we go. You cancelled. You cancel. Come on. We wait. And slash. Anyway. Visual effect a little too slow to spawn. And there. Can you stop repeating things? No why the worthless thing has to lag there. Or at the end. Thrown off entirely. But yeah, it looks like we got something stupid. Everyone's getting spammed by the forecasts right now. Game's being useless to everyone. No wonder. Everyone's being spammed by that forecast. Who jumping around? There's specific spots to use it, but... no. Everyone's being spammed by the forecast.
3, 2,
Yep.
go.
Not good enough. Not good enough! Now come. Why did you not activate? Useless. You're useless. Wow. Simple thing didn't want to do its job. Useless. You had the intention. Stupid thing couldn't do its job. All that auto-registered game. At least they did the forward dash in the other one. Simple as that. That's just the dash movement. But it was useless. Catch them! Not later. In fact, they even tried. Anyway. Here we go. Simple one as always. Simple one as always. We did the backdash variant. There is a way to dodge Rita, but it's gonna have to be sooner than that. Use the regular, and down. But I don't think it's gonna match it there. Anyway. Here you go. We don't need to poke you for that one. In fact, it's gonna be a very simple thing. Anyway. No. Just great. Just great. Yeah, as I said, you can dodge the first one. But I didn't say, reminder, you didn't say to stop the breaker there. It didn't say anything. So you see what I mean? You can just cancel it. Anyway. A little slow, but no domination there. A little slow from me, but no domination either. It's because I was showing the things. On the sledge, anyway. We'll see. It does require reading the opponent to the degree that they don't get to do anything, but... we'll see. It'll take a few matches for me to get into the correct usage. And then we'll see. Especially since we have to do a combo, and then we have to delete it. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
That it? Yeah, I'll just take the one. We'll just make it cheaper. There you go. No. We get launched, and then we're gonna have to do this. The fact that it said miss. Game is high. The fact that it said miss. Is that not point blank? Is that really not gonna be point blank? I want to try and do something. I have to do it. We have to. Sorry, but we had to! I'm sorry, did you want to hit me? Yes, it does. I already did that to a Blake. I already did that to a Blake Spider. Jackie, it's late. Pretty sure I did it in the video already. Ah, yes, Psycho Silver. Sadness. All it is. Really, game? Nothing? Do you want to activate it? Especially since I can do it against this person. It is sad. I can actually do it against this person. Ah. There you go. The fact that I could have blocked that is the sad part about it. I used it while I was in the air. Guess what? I could have just blocked it. Yeah. Okay. You weren't there. Not good enough. Not good enough. Ah! Sadly, wrong button. I'm gonna have to do it. We're gonna lower their health, and then... Nah. Okay. Not there! Not there! Ah, sad. Sad. Is slowing down you against your opponents an insult to them? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I fought a Blake. If I didn't, it might be an old one. Or I used it and it was against... We already had the interaction on the stream. I know we already did. That's the thing. I know I already had that interaction versus Blake. Especially since, one, Drakon strikes on the way down. He doesn't land first, he strikes on the way down. It might not be in it. There might be a Blake, but I don't think I fought one. But we had it on stream already where we did. Maybe when there was the character review. Was reviewing the patches as the stream itself. It might have been then. Cat, get away from the wire! Cat, seriously! Hey! She walked into the wire. Really? Come on! She keeps walking around. She is getting attention. Otherwise she wouldn't be here. But at the same time, she's just more like... She walked into the wire because she failed to walk over it. She didn't walk over the wire well enough. No, she doesn't bite anything to do with the wires. She doesn't do that. Anyway, here we go. Don't bump your head. Do your job, Korag. Don't fail. The fact that it's slowed down anyway. She doesn't need more. She gets enough. She gets enough. Anyway. At least you're able to dodge as you needed to. Can't do that. And do that, Korag. Look how fast that is. As you can tell, there's a button right after. Up we go. And super. Good enough. I would say primary slot not helping me enough.
KO. You lose.
Didn't get what I needed there. Press the primary after I dodge. Think I'm allowed to. Remind that chase dodges backwards. Not the right move. Or rather, maybe just not the right primary. Did I land the first hit against the air? Probably. Would the other strike have worked better? More than likely. But was I playing right? No. Anyway. So I have Khaled with here with Dino Fury. See what he does. You gonna leap? He tries to leap. Anyway. Don't. Yeah, no. At least it landed. I could have done something more there. But here we are. As you can tell, there's a nice little thing. Sorry. Kill it. Kill it. Don't run. Don't run. There goes me failing to do the input. He cancelled. And what happened? He got struck. The second one didn't register. Hey, over here. On this side. Holding her feet at the bottom. I must just go to sleep. Oh no, the cat. That did not cancel. Anyway. Yeah. No. There we go. No range. We can ignore this. There you go. Too slow. Too slow. What's that? Not pressing anything. As I should. As I said. Too early. Don't worry, that specific interaction does work there. But one simple thing is, that's based on a different thing. That is not the usual interaction. Don't rely on it. You can go for it as much as you want, though. But you'll see the usual one soon. If you make a mistake. Anyway, cat. Go back here. You're fine where you are. Have Korak tried to do the same thing, or what? Anyway. No. Really? Not gonna be it? They're not leaving. They're not ready either! Barely just not ready! Correct. Wait, too early. Or rather too late for mine. So be it. Registered that one. I use the forward dash version. Slower.
KO, you lose.
The last time you looked away. Listen, the sound doesn't exist unless I do it on the intro. It doesn't exist on the outro. Good job, correct? I'm over here not doing things. I'm taking things too casually, not properly. That's all I'm happy to hear. I'm going for the thing too much. It's not there. You guys are expecting it is one thing. But that's where I have to throw it to the point is you don't.
3, 2,
And that's all it is. Yeah, no. Make it cheaper so I can do that. All I'm gonna end up doing is probably this. No. Okay. So you can see, very easy to backdash. So someone tried to think it was going to be the Oracle situation, but no. All it is a simple thing, as simple as hitting the opponent from the top, from above. That's all it is. So if anyone has a problem with it, well, you trapped yourself in the corner. Anyway. A little too aggressive. You have no energy. Little too aggressive. You have no energy. Oh, God. Not my fault at that point. You're easily jump scared. It might not be a good idea to just look at or be thinking about looking behind you all the time. Look, if you look behind you, you might think there's always someone sneaking up. Like you expect no one to be there. Ah, yes, person. Doing something else that isn't related to you. Anyway. Off you go. And Thunder Slash. Like, constantly going for it is never gonna help. That's all I can say. Go to that. There we go. And what now? No blocks allowed. No blocks allowed, Geki. As I said. Really? Is that it? Is that it? I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. There you go. Did it work though? There we go. Yeah, I didn't press the right one. Good job. You saw everything. I was thinking of just going random breaker, having the energy to use the block, but good job. Too slow. Here's me being too slow. No, horror move at 7 had nightmares for a month. Really? How about I put you really need to just increase your mental fortitude. Know this. Most of the time there, it's fake. Think of it like this. They appear. If you see them appearing to yourself, at that point, know this. It's just another human. You could say it, you could put it that way. Okay, well, it's been 3 hours. I would say this is the last one for now. I really don't have... I can go swap to a different game, but... Nah. I need to get back to dealing with dedicated streams for them. Xandred should be updating on Wednesday, so I can do a dedicated stream there and start with those things, but... Yeah. I also have an animation idea that I'd rather just not reveal right now. Yes, I'm supposed to hurry up with Joel's video, but... If I can deal with his animation, and it'll be a better thing. I mean, if I get the animation for this one done and it looks good to me, there. Then we have... perfection. That is a pun. That is your only hint. If someone can correctly try and guess the animation, then you win.
3, 2.
The only hint is the pun on the word. Yeah, you may re-enter. Just re-enter, because this is a horrible last match at that point.
You win.
Eh, try and re-enter so we can get the situation. Oh, why I disconnect so badly though? Seriously. Okay. Here we go. Now, let's see what you can do.
1, go!
Good blade. Cross your torpedo. Spin up. Be careful. We jump. Not ready. Not ready. Interrupted. But I'm too slow there. My attack is not that fast. So, yeah. Here you go. We slash. Continues. Cross your torpedo. And then, well, no. Not that assist. It's not gonna be happening. I didn't do the forward dash version. No refunds on the cancel. I don't know. Something felt off there. I did the backdash version when I wanted to do the forward one, but then they ran into it. I was about to attack the moment Tommy assist disappeared. Like, I would just appear at them. Eric. Yeah, this one might be a decent one. It might be a good ending thing. No! Not in range! Surgery Cyclone! Again! Careful now! We'll knock you away with a bit of animation. But as you can see, this is why I don't like the regular version. It just doesn't knock them away as far as it should. All it is. Useless. Useless middle slot. Aren't we? Yeah, okay. Here you go. Well. That it? Okay. I recovered more energy than if I were to do the regular. No max allowed! When the opponent tries to use something, you can just get away with that. Wanna bin Zanaku. Yeah, your rotation said no. When to rotate. Got Mac again. Don't bother using Mac, use something actually useful. You'd always just run 2 of the trap assists at once. Preston assist, Zanaku assist. I still have to go buy that. 11 minutes ago. Hello, Mr. Silver. What's wrong here? What is wrong with it now? I can't even open it anymore. What are you breaking, huh? What are you breaking? Kind of ending for today. We finished defending battle. Just wanted to use Drakon and that's it. But yeah. In the end, yeah. There's the thumbnail. Again. For the zoom in for those that wanted it. Why not? Nah, there's no more stream. Yeah, Levy. That's all it is. Spider-Man movie. Yeah, I'm not gonna see about that one. Anyway, that's all for today. I should rather just, I really just need to get the other stuff done. As I said, the pun on perfection. is the only hint to the animation. Those that can find it, try and mention on Discord. Maybe you will know. There's a lot of references being thrown around, like the Armstrong Ride and Xandred and Vis Delphi thumbnail thing, taking place in Harwood County. Anyway. And yes, she does have 2 sheaths. That is very much on purpose. Goodbye.